In this video, we're going to do some budget shaving with Italian Barber Amici and the Gold Dollar 209 straight razor. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. And if it's your first time here, welcome. I hope you'll consider subscribing. I am your host, CDB, and today we're going to do some budget shaving. So if you're a budget-minded shaver, today is a shave for you, inspired by the dude of shaving, Junior Snow, and Ken Klitschko from Shave 326. I almost forgot. They're doing some budget shaves, and I've been doing some of those as well, and I've been enjoying them. So today we have Italian Barber Amici. When I bought this, it was $2.99 on Italian Barber. $2.99. That is an incredible chart buster. So if you look at my chart there, this is 59 cents an ounce. It's just incredible. Simple ingredients on this one. This is definitely not one of those soaps that's got the chupacabra oil and the super blue emu and the dragon tallow and all the heavy butters and all that. So you're not going to expect the same caliber of post shave and maybe even the same creamy nature of lather, but it will get the job done. So I'm going to use the Razor Rock Lime pre-shave today, which is usually $3.99 or somewhere between $3.99 and $5. I can't recall off the top of my head, to be honest. But today, budget shaving. Again, just water in here, nothing special. Just enjoying some nice budget shaves, because sometimes we forget. We really get fixated on all the newest, latest, and greatest, and that stuff is very good. Don't get me wrong, but there are soaps like this that can get the job done. They don't cost much. There's your ingredients. Very basic, like I said before. And let's get to lathering. This is straight razor shave number 60. So on a landmark sort of shave, you probably figured today would be using something special. Well, this is special to me because it represents great value, in my opinion. And I really like that. I'm going to scrub a little bit to get that pre-shave under there sort of activated, so to speak. The scent on this is quite pleasant. It's got a lot of citrus notes like grapefruit, lemon, orange. I think there's some other stuff in it like amber. I'll put the scent profile right there for you. Very inexpensive soap. I think it's sold out right now on Italian Barber, but they do have it from time to time, and it's usually fairly inexpensive. And that's one of the things that Italian Barber does very well. Brings great value. They bring a lot of very inexpensive razors that work well in stainless steel and even titanium and other metals. Like, I know they have titanium handles. I don't know if they've made titanium heads, but really great value, in my opinion. And so I always love a great value. Now, this lather is not going to be, again, of the same. You're not going to get that rich, super dense, heavy, creamy lather that you get out of some of the heavily buttered and the super fat type soaps, and that really to me is the difference in terms of how it will affect the shave. I think you can shave just fine on this. I think you get more pleasure perhaps sometimes out of using the products that are more creamy and dense. But in terms of protection, I don't know if they afford any more protection or not. Again, this is the Gold Dollar 209 with my edge on it, which I was very happy with. And honing has been very pleasurable for me. Boy, this edge is nice. Although I will say yesterday evening, I did some honing. I just hit a wall on bevel setting a razor that I've already done before, but I want to just redo it. And I tell you, I was just not happy with that bevel. And so finally I just said, you know what, I'll go back to it tomorrow or when I have more time, because I was sort of running out of time. But this one has a beautiful edge on it. And we're taking advantage of it, full advantage of it on the straight razor shave number 60. What I've really learned so far is that, as I've learned with soaps over the years, is that razors like this, which is a, probably $3 razor from China, $5 or $6 if you buy it by itself. but it's not an expensive razor. What I have learned so far is that if you have a good edge on a razor and you like the weight of the razor and the sort of how it feels, it will shave well. So this razor right here, honestly, shaves as well as any razor I own, regardless of cost. It's just because it has a good edge on it. And I tend to like the weight of these. These have a little weight, but not too much weight. And I believe they're 6/8, if I'm not mistaken. And so they're pretty good shavers. Now, whether they hold an edge and all that, I don't know. And the scales on this one are wonky and, not straight, but the actual edge is good. And I get more satisfaction since, it's got my edge on it. But what I've learned so far is that these gold dollars, for me, in my, again, limited experience on this issue, shave just as well if they have a good edge. That's the key, the edge. And I have some, nice Weight and Butcher vintage razors, and I've been through a couple of modern razors that cost, 50 times more, and more than 50 times in some cases, and they don't shave any better. Now, do I appreciate those razors more? The craftsmanship, the historical nature of them, you bet. But this one actually shaves, quite well. And all of the gold dollars that I have, which have a good edge, shave very, very well. I think the question is, how long will they hold the edge? How difficult that they are to hone? You can make all sorts of cases on that. How long will the edge last? I don't know. But it's not a big deal because I'll just rehone it. So for me, I'm not really concerned about that. I think the Stallion said one time he shaved 80 sometimes on a gold dollar edge. That's a lot. I'm going to start documenting how many shaves I have on the edges just to, sort of try to figure it out. But anyway, I've learned so far that in all the years I've been doing this when it comes to equipment, as I said in my technique video, the equipment is really secondary to your skill, And I hear a lot of people talking about protection, and I don't really know where to weigh in on that, because what I want from a soap is I just want it to provide a slick sort of foundation for that razor to glide, I don't know if I'm looking for it to protect me, because I want the razor to be cutting. Obviously, I don't want it to be cutting me. And I think I'm responsible for not cutting me. You know what I mean? That's up to me. Because I used water, the other day and didn't cut myself. And so I think it's up to me. And I don't know if I can protect myself from being cut via soap or not. I just don't know. You all can tell me below, but what I'm looking for is just simply slickness. I want that razor to glide. And that's really what I'm looking for. I don't know if I can protect myself, But I will say that when the soap is slick and it has good slickness, the razor glides better. And that certainly helps. But I've always thought that most of the time, honestly, when I cut myself, it's because my technique is poor, I don't blame it on the soap. But that's just my thought. And keep in mind, folks, these opinions are just mine. And you may disagree, and it's okay to disagree. I know I had one gentleman who was kind of upset that I said, if you can't get a good lather over sterling, or if you can't get a good shave out of sterling, you need to learn to shave better, or you need to develop better technique. And he was sort of put off by that. And I don't mean any offense to anybody when I make statements like that. What I mean by that is that from my perspective, sterling will give you everything you need, And if you lather it properly and hydrate it properly, you're going to get plenty of slickness. That's based on my own experience and using, hundreds, if I'm guessing I'm somewhere close to 1,000 soaps over the years. And many of them are documented on video, you know, between this channel and the iLather channel. So you can go back and watch. And I found that Sterling is sort of that baseline plus. In other words, it gives you, I think, everything you need, and probably then a little some, maybe even more than you need. Anything beyond that, I'm just not sure how much you get. But I will say, I appreciate those creamy and dense lathers. I think those lend itself to enjoyment. And I think you can 100% make a case on post and scent, you know, on the more pricier soaps. I think you can certainly make a case on that maybe some have better scents, maybe some give better post. But in terms of shave mechanics, Sterling works perfect for me. And I can't imagine that anybody lathers it, you know, properly can't get a good shave out of it. That's what I really mean. That doesn't mean I'm accusing you of being a poor shaver if you don't like Sterling, because everybody should use the things that they enjoy. Like today, I'm just enjoying this Amici, you know, $2.99 soap, $2 or $3.99 depending on the time. And the brush here is the Big Bruce. Sometimes it's $12. I've seen as low as $9.99. So this is all budget stuff, and it works fine. It doesn't necessarily deliver that exact same super creamy lather that maybe something like Ariana and Evans do, but in terms of giving me the slickness I need, it does that. I don't think it's quite, I enjoy the scent of this too. I think this is actually a very good and underrated scent. This is where I would say this one is actually, you know, in scent, I think it's awesome. And another thing I want to mention about Italian Barber and Razor Rock products are, they don't always use the same ingredients. So this one is very, very basic, as we showed before. But Razor Rock does have some soaps that has lanolin. They have soaps that have aloe, argan oil, and all sorts of, there are some Razor Rock soaps that have what you consider better quality ingredients. But this one right here does, you know, just fine. This lather is not going to be anything that anybody brags about because it's not super creamy or dense, but it's getting the job done. And I'm enjoying the scent. And when I used the water the other day, the thing I missed most was the scent. For me, scents are just, you know, I just get so much enjoyment out of scents. And I hope you do too. I hope whatever you're using, whether you use more expensive products or budget products like this, that you're enjoying. That's the key. And while we get involved in some debates sometimes, I think the key thing that we all need to keep in mind is let's just enjoy ourselves and enjoy our soaps. And again, I want to thank the chief for the debate and being a good sport. And he used like the following day or a couple of days ago, like an $8 an ounce vegan soap from the grooming department. I was like, whoa, triggered. My voice is still a little bit off. And Sunday when I made that water shave, I was not feeling very well, but I'm starting to feel better now. So I did not have a ton of energy in that video, but I wanted to do it because it, you know, just for the heck of it, just to see if I could do it. I like to challenge myself sometimes. And I'm going to challenge myself in rehoning that blade that I did not hone well yesterday. I will get it. But this one right here, I'm very proud of because it's shaving very, very well for me. So I'm super proud of this edge. The progression on this one, if you didn't see the first time I used it, was I actually took this one all the way down to 320 because I was having problems getting it set on the 1000. But then once I got it set, boy, it was set. And then when I went 1, 2, that is 1000, 2000, 5000, 8000 into the Izuku. So the stones are just Shapton Pros. And the Izuku, of course, is the Japanese natural stone, which I've been really enjoying. So, and I bought that from the Chief. Thank you again, Chief. And thank you for the fun and lively and vigorous debate. We appreciate that, or at least I do. And so I look forward to seeing the chief using, the stuff he likes the most, which tends to be pricey. But, I want to say right now, if that's you and that's really what you enjoy, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But I always want to make room for these budget products because I get a lot of enjoyment out of using stuff that doesn't cost much. And I think I've got a pretty doggone good shave today. So using my own edge with this, $3 to $5 razor, $3 soap, $10 brush. How do we do? I think pretty doggone good. So let us rinse. We'll come back and get into the post and close it out with a special aftershave. Stay tuned. All right, here we are back with our Lancaster towel. Really, really nice. And every time someone gets one of these, and I see them on YouTube, they're like, oh, I really do appreciate that towel. So it's a really nice towel. We did use the PAA alum with the dry dock, which is still holding up very, very good. No crustiness or problems with that yet. We're going to follow up with our Magic, because it's made by Witches Thayers. I will link some of these products below if they're in stock, so on and so forth, if you're interested, including I'll link a Thayers from Amazon that already has a sprayer, but I'll link these bottles too. I've been getting more and more people who have said they've gotten the misters and they've really enjoyed them, so great. I'm glad you enjoy it. I enjoy it too. Okay, so today we use the Razor Rock Pre-Shave Cube. That is lime, not very expensive. The $2.99 Amici. What do I say about this? This soap will get the job done. Don't expect a creamy, heavy, dense Kaizen or Milk Steak or Excelsior type lather, because you're probably not going to get it. But if you lather it properly and your technique is good, it will get the job done. No question. We used our gold dollar, I believe 209 with my edge. I'm very, very proud of this edge. It shaves just beautifully, and I couldn't be more happy with that. And we'll finish it off today with Razor Rock Pope. What's the actual name of this one? Al Sapone. Sorry, I forgot. This is after Ray Pope, who might be making a return to YouTube soon, according to Junior Snow, the dude of shaving. So we shall await to see that. He's a lot of fun, friend of mine, and he cracks on me all the time. So if you want to see him, if you want to see me being cracked on, just be around Ray or watch his videos, and I'm sure it will come. So we have a lot of fun together. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. The message I want to send you off with today is just enjoy. Whether you're doing budget shaving, whether you're fancy pants shaving, enjoy it. It all works, ultimately. If your technique is on point, you're going to get some great shaves. I have been your host, CDB, and I'm reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.